On a hot Sunday afternoon, a man was riding his motorbike home from work when his journey suddenly turned dangerous. As he slowed down on a quiet road, two thieves on another motorbike rode in front of him and blocked his path. One of the thieves pointed a gun at the man, threatening him and demanding that he step off his motorbike and hand over the keys. Fearful for his life, the man obeyed and moved away from the bike. Just as the thieves were about to ride off with both motorbikes, an off-duty police officer who was across the road noticed what was happening. Realizing that an armed robbery was in progress, the officer quickly got out of his car and took action. He fired his gun at the armed thief on the stolen motorbike, stopping the robbery. Seeing this, the second thief panicked and escaped on his own motorbike. The police officer then secured the situation and checked on the victim, who was shaken but unharmed. Thanks to the officer's quick response and bravery, the man was saved, and his motorbike was recovered. The incident showed how alertness and courage can make a critical difference in moments of danger. On a quiet Monday morning, two thieves walk into a small store with their guns already drawn. The store is quiet, and the owner is standing behind the counter. Before the thieves can say anything or make demands, the store owner quickly realizes what is happening. Acting fast, the owner pulls out his own gun from behind the counter and fires at one of the thieves. The armed thief is immediately stopped and falls to the ground. Shocked by what just happened, the second thief panics and turns around, running out of the store as fast as he can. The store owner stays alert and does not chase after him. He secures the store and makes sure the threat is over. Moments later, the scene is calm again. The owner has protected his business and his life through quick thinking and courage. On a Friday afternoon, the 18th of November 2022, two bank robbers walk into a busy bank during business hours. Their movements immediately draw attention. Both men pull out guns, pointing them at customers and ordering everyone to stay still. Panic spreads across the room as people freeze in fear. The robbers move toward the cashier and aggressively demand money. The cashier, clearly shaken, begins to comply while customers remain silent and seated, watching helplessly as the situation unfolds. Suddenly, the sound of police sirens grows louder outside the bank. Red and blue lights flash through the windows. The robbers realize the police have arrived sooner than expected. Tension rises as they hesitate, looking around for a way out. Knowing their plan has failed, the robbers abandon the robbery and rush out of the bank, fleeing the scene before the police can enter. The customers remain inside, relieved but shaken. Later, it is revealed that the robbers did not get far. Police units track them down and successfully capture them. The bank is secured, and everyone inside is safe. On a cool Saturday evening, the 26th of July 2020, a woman was sitting quietly in front of her house, enjoying the calm of her surroundings. The street appeared peaceful, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Suddenly, a motorbike approached and stopped in front of her house. Two men were riding on the motorbike, and while one remained seated with the engine running, the other got down. The man who stepped off the motorbike pretended to walk past the woman as if he was just a passerby. He acted casually and did not raise any suspicion. Without warning, he suddenly turned around and ran toward the woman. He grabbed her purse while she was still sitting, hoping to snatch it quickly and escape. However, the woman refused to give up her purse. She held onto it tightly and struggled to prevent the thief from taking it. In the process, she managed to grab the thief's helmet. Using the helmet, she struck him repeatedly until he lost control and backed away. Surprised by her resistance, the thief abandoned both the purse and his helmet. The thief quickly ran back to the motorbike, jumped on behind his partner, and the two men sped away from the scene. The woman was left standing in front of her house. Late at night, a quiet grocery store is open with only a few customers inside. Suddenly, two thieves rush through the door. One of them grabs a customer and uses him as a hostage, holding him close. The frightened customer raises his hands as instructed. The thieves move toward the cashier, keeping their gun pointed at the customer to control everyone in the store. The other customers remain frozen, afraid to move. Tension fills the room as the thieves demand money. Without warning, the cashier reacts. From behind the counter, he pulls out a gun and fires toward the thieves. Startled and panicked, the thieves immediately release the customer and run out of the store, disappearing into the night. The store falls silent. The cashier remains alert. He runs after the thieves to make sure they had gotten away. Police are called, and the danger is over. On a sunny Thursday afternoon, inside a busy shopping mall, people are walking around and minding their business. A woman was casually shopping when suddenly a thief rushes toward her, snatches her purse, and takes off running at full speed. Shoppers shout in surprise as he runs with the speed of light, trying to escape. Focused only on getting away, the thief runs straight ahead without looking. He charges toward what he thinks is an open exit, but it is actually a closed glass door. He smashes into the glass door head-on and immediately falls to the ground. The loud crash draws everyone's attention. Mall security and nearby shoppers quickly surround the thief, stopping him from getting up or running away. The stolen purse is recovered and returned to the woman, who is shaken but unharmed. Moments later, police arrive at the scene. The thief is taken into custody. On a hot, quiet afternoon, a small store is open during the day, with the cashier behind the counter and a few customers inside. Suddenly, a thief walks in and pulls out a gun, pointing it at the cashier. The store goes silent as everyone realizes what is happening. The cashier stays calm while the thief demands money. The customers nearby remain still, watching closely. Tension fills the room for a brief moment. Without warning, the cashier makes a quick move toward the thief. At the same time, two customers step in and help. Together, they rush the thief, knocking him off balance. The gun is pushed away, and the thief is overwhelmed. The three of them force the thief to the ground and pin him there, stopping him from escaping. Other customers keep their distance while someone calls the police. Minutes later, police officers arrive at the store. They take control of the situation, arrest the thief, and make sure everyone is safe. The store is secured, and no one is seriously hurt.